Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I would like to discuss mining with USB miners for Litecoin or other script cryptocurrencies. Now, I will go ahead and start by saying I've made a couple of videos talking about using USB miners with Bitcoin, and honestly, those aren't really very viable anymore. However, there are some high efficiency miners for script currencies such as Litecoin that actually seem to be fairly viable. So I'm going to be showing you the FutureBit Moonlander 2 today. That's the one that we're going to look at. It's really pretty inexpensive, and honestly the power use is also not very high. It uses roughly 5 watts of power, and that's also what the website actually states, not just on eBay here. So it doesn't mine all that fast. 3 to 5 megahashes per second isn't all that insane, but it's still a pretty good miner. Okay, now if you look at this here, it actually has a heatsink with a fan built into the miner, which I'm guessing can increase the efficiency by a decent degree. That's honestly a really good idea. So, can mining be profitable with USB miners still, okay, with Litecoin? Let's go ahead and look at a Litecoin mining calculator really quick to kind of find out. These are also available now, so you don't have to wait around for them or anything, so that's also an added bonus. So if we look at this here, if we enter the hash rate as 5,000 kilohashes per second, which is 5 megahashes per second, obviously, and the power use as 5 watts, the power cost 13 cents per kilowatt hour, that's the United States average. And then the difficulty for Litecoin isn't all that high still. As you can see, it's definitely lower than Bitcoin by several orders of magnitude. Let's go ahead and add a pool fee of 1%. That is pretty much standard. You might spend a little bit more on that, more on pools than 1%, but we're not going to worry about that for now, okay? Also, I do want to point out that the Bitcoin to USD value here is kind of overestimated right now, so I'm going to go ahead and dial that back a bit. Because you will be, of course, probably exchanging the Litecoin for Bitcoin in order to make your money. You don't necessarily need to, but it does kind of factor in. So with all those parameters set, let's go ahead and calculate this and see if mining with USB miners is still viable. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and load here, waiting for a response. Okay, so it looks like that actually worked. And looking at these numbers here, this isn't all that bad. It looks like you'd actually mine about a quarter of a Litecoin per year, which would be about 44 USD per year mined. Now, you do have to kind of remember that the prices of cryptocurrencies have recently slumped just a little bit, so they aren't really making as much money as they used to, or as they did even earlier in this month, which is really weird because they were earning, mining was earning much more even slightly earlier on in this month. But essentially, this isn't too bad still, okay? With many of the other USB miners that we've looked at recently, they've been extremely bad. They really have not been profitable at all. So really, we could be seeing a comeback of USB miners here, which I would really love to see, because with miners, you can set up block eruptors and get a whole setup going. You can have like 5 USB miners at once, running pretty simply and without creating a lot of heat, without creating a lot of noise, and that's something that a lot of people look for. So really, the break-even period here still isn't too great, but if you're using this to kind of experiment more, or you're using it with a script currency that would be more profitable, which we'll probably be looking at in the near future, then it would be more worthwhile. Okay, so interesting to think about. Check out this miner on eBay if you are interested. It's the FutureBit Moonlander. I will try to add it to the description of the video, and thank you all for watching.